things happening, like NBA Jam, but wrestling kind of stuff.
Well,
But
NBA Jam was pretty fun.
yeah, yeah. I imagine this game is. I imagine it's pretty fun.
We're
Um,
we're live right now, by the way. I just went live. I was like, we might as well just talk while we're go
yes,
live. So
yes,
we're talking about this battleground. Is that the name of the game? WWE Battlegrounds or something?
yes. Battlegrounds. Yeah, I think it is. I think so. I don't know, but the Fiend is in it, so that's good. That's
Oh,
cool.
I wonder if they have entrances. Because I remember
They,
they had so many games that would come out with so many WWE games back in the, let's just say like 15 years ago. And like there's some games where they would skip the entrances. Like
right,
that's the biggest part of the show.
right.
And they would just skip it.
There's a broadcaster I watch on YouTube, and he somehow got like a secret special like inside look of the game and stuff, and he's been like he showed a couple videos of them like the gameplay, them playing it, a couple entrances here and there, and it looks fun. It looks fun. It might be something where it's like a couple hours in, you're just like, all right, I'll just turn this off for now.
Well, it's arcade, man. It's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, it looks fun. There's a lot of craziness and a lot of crazy, funny things happen. Uh, yeah, so I might get it. I might get it. I don't know. I got to work on getting a new system. So,
are you? Do you have an Xbox or anything like that?
PS4.
PS4. Well, there you go. PS5's coming out. They're lowering the price because of the.
I might go on Xbox. I don't know. Because I'm getting more and more friends that play online and they all play Xbox. So it's like I don't. I want to play.
um,
So
well,
anyway, yeah.
there's. Yeah, I think VR is like we got some. We have the Quest now,
Mm, okay.
Oculus Quest, and that's a totally different freaking ball game, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It
Uh,
is so fun.
I haven't done anything with VR.
Have you even tried it?
No.
Oh, dude, it's like literally, it's like you're there.
Right.
I mean, it is really
I
cool.
I've seen people play it,
Yeah,
but
it can fuck with you a little bit, you know. It can mess with you a little bit in the beginning,
oh,
you know.
I'm sure I could.
But at your height, like you set up the height right on the floor.
Oh,
At your
okay.
height, you're gonna be looking down on everybody. So it might not be as intimidating, you know.
I just I just like play Call of Duty or something, and it's just like I just step on people.
Yeah, you're like Super Mario in permanent God mode. Yeah, so but yeah, it's like you have to crouch and all that stuff and duck and it's a
Uh,
workout. VR is a
oh,
workout, man.
yeah, no, it looks like it. It looks like it. It looks fun.
And just remember, like I have that space, the gym space,
All
and
right.
and and this Quest is not plugged in. I mean, you can plug it in, but it's wireless. So,
Oh,
oh
you going
man, it's a trip. It's a
cartwheels,
trip.
flips.
No, man, there's this game. I think it was well, we'll get to wrestling, everybody. If anyone's here, there's two people watching us.
Hey, Luke Galloway.
Luke
Ah,
Galloway.
what's up,
Hey,
Luke?
Luke. Luke, I am not your father. Haha.
What is up, Luke? Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for being in here with us. We're just talking games and stuff. Well, we're definitely today. We're gonna try to review the week and just kind of talk about the important things or whatever we find important.
I got a full page of.
Oh, great, perfect. Because like I was
After
watching everything and I'm like, I was just
minutes ago, I'm
seething
like,
a little bit
nothing.
at the fact that Finn Balor won the well, yeah, it's not spoiling anymore. But I was just like, oh my god, he won the championship. Ah,
I mean, it makes more sense than putting it back on Adam Cole that fast. I mean, even though it hasn't been fast, it still seems like it's fast because there's like two champions ago. But WWE is doing very something very weird with Adam Cole and Undisputed Era, and I don't like it. I don't like it for them.
I think it almost seems like just watching the last week of WWE. I can't. I get the Kurt Angles. WWE. It just seems like they have some things that are planned that are great, and then some things that are just like they're winging it at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
So
There's just a lot of weird storylines that they like storylines where they're trying. It's just this isn't going anywhere, but they're still going to be plugging at it. They're still going to be going at it, and it's just like every week it's just like, no, I don't want this. I don't want to see this. I don't want to watch it. But yeah.
yeah.
But
Well, do you want to hit some of these
I mean,
things up? Shall I introduce ourselves?
I had a feeling with the Sundays. I mean, it's a long way since Monday, but yeah, I was blanking on almost everything except for what happened in the Funhouse.
Yeah, we are definitely going to be talking about the Firefly Funhouse.
But so I did a quick little recaps, and yeah, I probably won't talk about everything that I wrote down, but I just wrote down some stuff. But.
Well, like we might as well start. I don't know if Luke Galloway has anything to say about the week in review. If you got anything to throw at us, man, throw it at us. Any questions? I just want to talk about.
I did get some people, and I wanted to check earlier if there was any comments, but I missed it. I forgot to, but of the letters that we read, and I found a couple of people that really wanted to hear my letter to Mr. Roman Reigns. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check that out. That is at the end of I kept on blanking out which one it was at the end of. If it was the end of
Payback.
If it was Survivor Series or Payback, I couldn't remember, but
Payback.
But it's Payback. But yeah.
Yeah, we can separate those clips too. Like, I should just take that video and just separate our punishment.
Yeah, have a separate thing.
Yeah, we should have our punishment videos, our pay-per-view punishment videos.
There we go. Just have the full thing, and then just have like the segment.
I think I'm gonna like just the fact that we're gonna be watching. So, all right, everybody. This is next to me, right there is Big D. So it's
Very good. Intro.
I always have a problem. That's Big D.
Are we fist bumping? Hey.
I gotta reach around. Hold on. Watch it. My fist comes from the other. So, yeah, we watch pay-per-views. We're watch-along pay-per-views, and then we basically have picks who's gonna win, and then that's our game throughout the match. Like that's it. Boom, right there.
Yeah, okay.
And it's whoever loses, basically at the end, whoever picks the least amount of winners, whoever loses our matchup gets to read or perform some sort of punishment. So last month it was for WWE Payback. We actually did it for both. Like I sang Britney Spears' "I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman," because I lost that. And then for Payback we tied, so we actually read letters to our most favorite superstars that we absolutely just adore and love, and we just love to watch them. And for Big D, that person is Roman Reigns.
Yeah, okay. Intro.
Yeah. And so I wrote a letter for Big D to read to Roman Reigns, professing his undying affection and admiration.
You definitely don't want to miss that. So yeah, definitely go check it out.
Yes,
Uh,
go check it out. I'm definitely gonna cut that up tonight. I'm gonna cut that up and put that out. But also, I must say that Big D was so kind to write a letter for my favorite superstar, Burger King Corbin, that I
yes,
had to read, which was yeah. Okay, we can move on now.
you had it your way. So.
I think this. So on Thursdays, if we're doing this show, I think I'm gonna rename it to Naughty and Nice. Good and bad is still good. I don't know, but we're having this show on Thursdays. I haven't figured out the name. Maybe Big D will just say one or the other, and then that'll be it. Because I am just going back and forth on these.
One or the other.
One or the other.
That's
That's it.
it's called one or the other. That's it.
Perfect. All right, we have a new segment. It's called One or the Other. And it is, we are picking matches that are, like some of the most iconic matches in wrestling history, some of the most bizarre matches in wrestling history, some stuff that's disgusting or appalling or just awful, and at the same time we're picking a match that is just, some of the matches that we deem are great or had great things happen in them. So it's basically a good and a bad match. And we watch along and we give you the links or the times on the WWE network. I'm trying to figure out a way that we can do, if we can, because some of these things that are on YouTube, some of these videos, we might be able to play, so long as we don't monetize it. But we might be able to actually play some of these videos that are on YouTube. So I have to do a little bit more research on that. But
just do like the voiceovers.
yeah, we can. Yeah, that would be funny. I am so tall, I slap you. But some of the stuff. So basically, punishments. I wanted to talk about punishments, which is what we have at the end of our pay-per-views. I think this Thursday might be a punishment for all of us.
This Thursday.
Yes, but the match I got going, it's just, it might be a punishment for all of us.
Now, this is a completely different tone than you had
Yeah.
like 3 days
No,
ago.
it is a fantastic match. Don't get me wrong, but it might also be a little bit of a punishment.
Oh, hey, naughty and nice. So it's naughty and nice.
Yes. It is, but it might be enough. It might be enough. It's like, why did you make me watch this? Well, you also couldn't look away, could you? So there's that for our Thursday, 5 p.m. 4 p.m. Pacific.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's not Western time.
No. But it's 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, that's right. It's not 7 p.m. Atlantic.
No, thank God, because that'd be weird.
Yeah. He's like, well, it's not 7 p.m. New York.
Because it's like, but kind of, yeah, you do call it the Atlantic Coast, but it's like the Eastern Coast,
Yeah.
Pacific, East Coast.
It is East Coast, West Coast, but it's not the Pacific time. Maybe that's, I don't know what it is in Hawaii.
I don't know what their time zone is actually
Or
called.
if it's Pacific.
I know that it is 4 hours behind you.
Oof.
It's 6 hours behind me. Yep.
So it's like right
And
there, it's like 11 or noon?
uh, 1:25 in the afternoon.
Oh,
I was actually talking to a buddy of mine. I'm like, it's crazy. I'm my NFL games today are starting at 1 p.m.
that's right.
You were waking at 7 a.m. to watch. the first games of the NFL. Like
No
that's
thanks.
just crazy.
Yeah, well, like
That's just crazy.
I just looked. I was like, when I was actually coherent today, I looked and most of the games are actually done. I'm like, oh my god.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
a long night last night, so I was like, oh okay. So that
yeah. It's a long night. I had a long night. I had about 4 hours of sleep, but it was football. It was NFL Sunday, so it's like, I gotta be up.
yeah, you were. It's your time anyway. 11, right? It's Eastern time. All the games.
Right. Well, yeah, 1 o'clock are the first games.
Oh,
But it's like, well, I was telling my friend, I'm like, you could just watch all the games and you still have a whole day to do things. Me, waste my whole day is just gone.
I
There's
can't. I
nothing.
just this is part of the reason why I don't have a TV.
But yeah, I love football, so it
I,
was
I I
fun.
would listen to it on the radio, man. It's pretty fun to actually listen to games.
It is, it is, and that's what I would do when I always worked on Sundays. But first Sunday I haven't first football Sunday I haven't worked in years.
It's got to feel weird.
Yeah, and I took it. I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm watching football. That's it.
Well, good for you, man.
So
You watch
yeah,
your
yeah,
watch your Cowboys.
yes. But, oh, oh, calm down there. Oh, Mr. Mr. Las Vegas. Oh, anyways,
Yeah, I think we have a bigger stadium than yours now. Do we? No.
oh,
Nobody's gonna
it's
tap your
pretty
your Titantron or whatever. That big screen in the middle that punchers keep kicking.
nice. Yeah, that's why they're trying to get rid of punts.
Yeah, it's like
Trying to get
what's
rid
the point? Yeah.
because of Jerry
Oh
Jones.
yeah. It's beautiful though. I love that big super
Yeah.
duper big screen. It's like you go to the game and then you watch TV.
Yep. Yep. That's kind of what. Yeah.
I'm
Depending on
talking smack, man.
depending on where depending on where you're sitting. Yeah.
Well,
That's what you do if you were to go to WrestleMania. If you're not within the first like 10 rows, you're watching TV.
so there are people who sit behind. So they would sell seats for behind the Titantron.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, no
Just to be there.
thanks, no thanks.
I was there.
Yeah,
The
well,
curtains.
I smell the yeah, I smell the sweat.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you smelled what the Rock was cooking, but no.
It's been a long time since Rock was cooking anything.
Yeah.
Rock's kitchen is done. Thank you very much. I don't think. Oh, there's a note. Did I make it on the list, Big D? That's right. Ah, you just made the list.
You'll
Boom.
never know. I won't tell you. You'll find
You
out.
gotta
You'll
you
find
gotta
out.
click that pen. Haha. So where shall we
Oh,
start, my friend? Where shall we start with this? I don't know. I'm a little pissed off at WWE. Uh, I'm gonna start there.
why are you pissed off?
I'm upset. I'm upset with the whole thing about WWE superstars. They can't share anything. They can't make a little extra buck online. They have been blocked. WWE has always considered wrestlers, has always employed wrestlers as, independent contractors. Yet they own their name, they own their likeness. And I feel like maybe there's something I don't know, but
Right.
WWE is like they're just kind of like they're becoming stingy and like kind of like I don't know, man. I'm just not liking that.
The true colors shine.
JM is in the house.
you know. Hey JM, how you doing, JM? Yeah.
Also, have you paid attention to Luke Galloway's telling us his favorite wrestlers? Stone Cold and
Oh,
Sting. Oh man,
hey, there you go.
I really don't
There you
watch the
go.
new stuff. Just the older wrestlers. I haven't watched any in a long time. I mean, on one hand,
Hey,
I don't blame you. On
yeah,
one hand, I don't blame you. The Fiend might be something interesting. You might enjoy the Fiend. Um, but Sting, man, he just mentioned Sting. How beautiful is that?
right, right. They're both on your Mount Rushmores.
Yeah. Sting is
There
actually
you
on
go.
my Mount Rushmore, believe it or not.
And Stone Cold. Where Stone Cold was on? No, Stone Cold was not on. I don't remember. I
It's
gotta
all
look
right.
back at that video.
Ric Flair, The Undertaker,
Hey,
Big D's peak of
it's
Mount
totally
Rushmore was The Undertaker.
yes, yes.
And the
Which
peak of my Mount Rushmore was actually Vince McMahon. And here I am talking smack about Vince McMahon himself. And I hope I clarified it then, but I'm going to clarify it now. Vince McMahon, the performer, was on my Mount Rushmore.
right, right, right,
I mean, also the owner of WWE, all that. But right now, it is coming to a head, and I'm a little bit like, you're gonna like. I have a feeling that WWE may really just bring themselves down.
right, right. Yeah. Just like a lot of things that are bringing themselves down in the world now. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. You're just gonna have people just quitting and not. They're just gonna get fed up with it. I mean, at what point is it gonna be like, where we're just gonna be like, all right, I'm done with this. I'll just go somewhere else, and yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
and you know, like on one hand, I understand like them having like rights to the wrestlers' names, but on the other hand, it's like, hey man, they still need to make a living, and
Right.
this is their way of making sure that they have some sort of control.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
There's too much. There's too much that we don't have control of
yeah, and
already. Let alone now a pandemic and all this stuff going on, and just that little. It's just humanity. And that's just I don't know.
but when you have Cody Rhodes, and he started in WWE as Cody Rhodes.
That's a family name. It's not like it's not their real name.
Yeah. But I
It's like
mean, that is his real name, no? Cody Rhodes.
right. It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like
It does
WWE.
now. No.
They actually enforced it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk over you, man.
Yeah.
They
Well,
enforced it, so
it's all
now
good.
he's Cody.
Yeah. Yeah. They bought. They have rights to his last name.
Yeah, we have a whole conversation between JM and Native and Luke Galloway here. Yeah,
Awesome.
if you guys have anything you want us to talk about, or yeah, thanks for sharing your favorite wrestlers, Stone Cold and Sting. You might enjoy our on Thursdays, man. Luke, we are the shows we're doing. I'm pulling out things from Japan. I'm pulling out things from. I got things from down uh, Tennessee. Oh, I forget that territory. It was Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm pulling out matches with Jerry the King and with Terry Funk,
Funk.
And I have examples like a couple of weeks from maybe 1 or 2 weeks from next Thursday. We're gonna be watching some stuff where I wanna show an example of like sincerity and reality in wrestling, like what I feel WWE lacks today. Though I must say, like
Mm.
I was really on that kick again, just kind of like just trying to figure out the difference as to like I keep looking at Roman Reigns and he looks just so. Roman Reigns is not comfortable in his role. He's not. He's just not comfortable. And I'm realizing that WWE has made a good choice by going more PG and really catering to the younger audience, and that this is why they have such a large following and why they make so much money.
Right.
But what they did is I think they kind of betrayed. Oh, Pages is in the house.
Okay, Pages.
Um, so like I'm pulling up an example. One of my matches is going to be example of great storytelling, like just sincerity and what Roman Reigns needs. So, but it's like from like the '80s, like early '80s. So, if you guys wanna come watch along with us, some Big D's so good at picking good matches. So you're gonna watch a great match no matter what. Although you never know with Big D, because you don't know with these matches, he may just pick something. Because you don't know who's putting up what between us. So
Right.
if you think Big D's pick is like, oh, Big D picks good matches, which is true. He does pick good matches a lot better than I do. But he may surprise us and then throw in that naughty match in there, and then you're gonna watch something like, did MJ pick
we're,
this?
we're
Shit.
we're talking about it, and you're like, yeah, you had a guess of what I was picking, and but you won't know until the latest possible moment.
I have
I
forgotten.
don't know. And I don't think that you're gonna. I don't think you're gonna. I don't think you're gonna guess what it is. I don't know though. I will say that it is kind of attitude era ish.
Can you well do you so on Thursday you have kind of pre-sold the match to us. You want to tease it again?
Yeah.
No. See, that's a tease right there. You want to tease it? No. Damn it.
Well, because I had the 6-man tag match between the Wyatt family and the Shield
Yeah.
last Thursday.
I mean,
This week it's another tag, a multi-tag match, but it was actually really good.
yeah. Here's Big D with
Yeah,
multi-tag matches.
I'll just say it was 2006. That's it.
That is
I'll leave
post
it.
attitude. That is post attitude. That is like the if attitude was a nuclear bomb, this is the nuclear fallout.
Yes, it's like the E of Ad.
This is the radiation. This is the shit. There's still a little bit of it. You're still getting a little cancer in there. No offense to
Yeah,
anyone who has
yeah.
cancer. That might have been a bad joke. Anyways, let's keep moving forward. Um,
Yes, tune in on Thursdays for our watch
yeah,
alongs.
5
Um,
p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. This is a fun
ooh,
show. We are like I think we're this is something more unique that we're doing, and you come join us. Get your popcorn, get whatever you're drinking. Bring it on. We'll provide links and times for the WWE Network and links on YouTube if we're watching any videos. We're gonna work on being able to maybe broadcast those videos too. So yeah, join us Thursday. It's fun, man. It's really fun, and it's our reactions and uh, watch along. Yeah, that's right. And Big D, for those who know Big D and who've been watching us, he's been he's been singing a lot on this channel. I don't know if he sings a lot on
I,
any other of his channels, but he has been. I mean, karaoke. He's got the a theme song down, and he just every time we broadcast, he just sings, guys. Like if you can't imagine Big D singing, he sings every time, and he sings a WWE theme song.
I just, it's just so much joy.
He knows every word too.
Just comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's memorized.
Yeah.
It's oh, it's beautiful.
Oh,
Ah,
sorry.
that was it. That
Whew.
was it.
Hey, Braun Strowman, everybody. Braun Strowman. He's not here. No, that's just his thing. But yeah, still. And while you're here, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give us a hit that thumbs up button. Like our videos. Turn on your notifications. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Jobber Report. And yeah, come check us
Oh
out.
yeah, we're trying. We're trying. We're building. We're building. We'll do.
All right, we are.
Thank you, JM.
They're like, hey, someone was, they're like, yeah, ooh, I'm your 28th follower or whatever, subscriber. They're like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And it's like, people are like, dude, no, yeah, well, thanks. I don't.
Oh,
So, I mean, hey, we're
humble
here.
beginnings.
So, we're still doing this. I mean, look at this is the busiest some busiest that
Chat.
our chat has
Yeah,
been.
it's
So,
it's happening slowly.
yeah,
But on Thursdays we're having our Thursday show is it's our like Thursday Smackdown like it used to be. And then we're still deciding on the name, this or the other. That's Big D's idea. I think it's gonna be Naughty and Nice. What do you think? Sure.
sure.
All right. See, how do you satisfy a dude that just is cool with everything? I didn't want that to get sexual, so I was like, wait a minute.
Speaking of sexual, I want some chocolate.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, with Mae Young. With Mae
Ooh.
Young. That's right. Oh no, we have lost me.
Oh. Hey. Oh.
Boom. The Jobber report. Sorry guys. Sometimes my
Dim the
yeah, I
lights.
dimmed the lights. There's
Dude.
Big D right there. All right. Well, those things happen, everybody. Those things happen. Anyways, shall we commence
This week.
ahead to our complainings,
Yeah.
to our grievances and our week in review? Oh, hey, I'm back.
That's just a week in review. Yeah, not too much crazy. I mean, some things, not too much craziness happened. I know we're coming up on Clash of Champions, so they're trying to, you know, figure out what matches they're having and whatever different storylines and whatnot. I'm not really sure where they're going with a lot of these things. So yeah, it just feels a very at least Raw was eh. I think the biggest thing that really stood out was or at least a couple things, I guess. Cedric Alexander joining the her business. I think that was. I mean, I called that. I believe. I think I did call Cedric joining. I wanted him to. I wanted somebody to.
Yeah, that was lame.
Wear that up.
Once again, it was like what's her? It was like Bailey's change. You know, like it was. It just
Yeah.
it felt forced. It was like, okay, well, you know.
Yeah, he got jumped earlier in the night, and yeah, then he just I don't know. It was just
Although, so here's the thing, man. I'm,
But
I'm just thinking this realistically, all right? So if somebody jumped me earlier that night, early in the night, okay? And they
right,
beat the crap out of me,
right,
and then I go and
right,
I join them, like that just doesn't make sense to me. However,
right. Yeah,
here's the little kicker. I hope they go this way. I really don't think they will, but I hope they go this way. I would join
right.
the people who beat me up. I would join them just so I can go uh, be on their team and then ambush
Like,
them and beat the shit out of them.
right, right. Which is what Shelton Benjamin is expecting. That's why he doesn't trust them. And so is that, and so that kind of makes it a little bit more obvious. But I that just sounds too simple for WWE to do that.
Oh,
Um,
or too
so
complicated, man.
I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, they do need another person. I feel, um, at least so they can do a tag team. That's my thing about it. Is I want if they're going to be in it, they're going to be a faction. They should be able to hold a singles title and a tag team title.
Luke is giving us
Oh,
chocolate.
is my chocolate. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, sexual chocolate and Mae Young. Those are the days.
Can't. I wish I could remember his theme song, but I can't.
I,
Not for that.
I don't
I
think there's
just
any
all I
words
can
in it.
think of is most sexual I can get is Val Venus.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies. And
Say,
they just had that. Yeah,
hello,
that just
ladies.
there you
Ah,
go. They just had that shower, and then just all the women just went
Val
crazy.
Venus. What a great name.
Oh. Yeah, but you just and that's all you. That's all he
Yeah.
did. I don't recall if he was any other
He,
character
he was
or
in the Right to
anything.
Censor, if you remember that.
Yes, right. But you're still Val Venus. Like, but yeah, so it was him and oh man, Victoria, and, Bull
I think, no,
Buchanan,
was it Jackie?
and
No.
that
Ivory.
was
Ivory.
Victoria. I, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Ivory. It was Ivory. Yeah, she got her butt kicked by China. Yeah, I think everybody did anyway.
China was awesome, man.
But
China was awesome. Remember Latino Heat?
Latino
Mamacita,
Heat.
you want some Latino Heat? See,
Yeah,
there we go. We can't get
uh,
the Attitude Era.
can't.
Can't get
Yeah.
it. Can't get you out of
Uh,
my head.
oh, oh. Well, speaking of, so yeah, so Alexander joined the Hurt Business. Does that hurt? Is that hurting the business? Is
If
that
you
I don't know.
smell. Sorry. Back to the scheduled programming. I just had to do that. Please, the herd business. Please continue.
So I don't know. With him joining, is it going to hurt the business? Is it going to hurt the Hurt business? Is it going to hurt whoever? Is there going to be another? Is there just going to be a swerve?
Yeah.
And Cedric is in there, but he's plotting. And then does someone destroy Alexander? And Apollo Crews really joins.
Well,
But we'll see.
yeah. I
But,
really don't have too much to say about the herd business.
and
I just
again, there's just it's a lot of people
it's
involved,
too many.
and yeah, yeah.
It's just too many.
Retribution speaks. Retribution spoke. Um, yeah, they want some sort of retribution. So there we
So
go.
yeah, it
Well,
would have been even better had they not. It would have been exactly the same had they not spoken.
exactly.
You speak at thy
Yeah,
piece into not thy microphone.
and they they made Nia Jax lose.
They made not a sense.
Both her and Shayna Baszler both lost to the Riot Squad.
Well,
That's pretty cool.
did they
That
did
just
did they lose
that's
the
no whole.
titles? Okay.
No, they each had to have a handicap match against Riot Squad.
I must have missed this. I
Baszler,
do not even remember this.
Baszler,
Wow.
Baszler got rolled up by Liv Morgan, and I think Ruby Riot ended up uh, pinning Nia Jax somehow. Or maybe it just didn't. Maybe it didn't end because all the lights flickered and then Retribution showed up. So that match might no one. She might not have lost, but I think I don't know.
Yeah, the retribution thing. I mean, it's like they okay.
Do it.
I
Just do
I
something.
mean, okay, they're building it up, but it's like it's getting to the point where it's like okay, um, lights are
Yeah,
flickering
yeah,
before we're like, oh shit. Now we're like, how long is this gonna go?
exactly,
It's like
exactly.
the
And now they're
you
speaking.
know, yeah.
That's
Now,
it.
well, finally they had to say something. I feel like, but even then they said nothing, which exactly
Right.
tells me the same thing they did had they not even shown up. But there's a thing
Yep.
in movies, like there's a way of editing, which is like you can totally just stay like let's just say you've seen good bad and the ugly, right? Or any of those
Yep.
movies where
Yep.
you have like that Mexican standoff. I don't know what I think that's
Yep.
what it's called, but you have two guys just facing off each other, and you keep that's right. Oh, come on, you got it. See, Big D's are entertainment. He sings and he whistles, and I mean, you guys, you don't know Big D like this. I'm telling you, Big D's like a full-on entertainment show.
One man
One man
band.
band, man. Woo!
One man.
I, but it just
Uh,
like you can overdo a shot. Like let's just say we're just shooting somebody and they're staring at each other, and we're just shooting this one guy, right? And we just keep
yep.
staring at him, and the it's the same cut. It just keeps going and going and going and going, and then there's a limit there of how far you can go until it becomes comical or completely irrelevant. Like you could totally destroy the whole dramatic tension of a scene by staying on a cut too long. That's what this
Right.
whole business feels like with retribution. It feels like you guys are staying on that cut too long, and it's just like I'm wondering if they actually know what's up with that. And once again, we're so critical, we have no idea, man. Like I don't think I could write a WWE show, so there's that. I will preface that so people understand. But it feels like they're staying on it way too long. Like maybe they're just
Yeah.
building for something later, I guess. But it's like you're cutting the dramatic tension is falling rapidly.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm losing interest. I just want to know who it is. Just we're going on close to 3 months. Like
Yes, and that's much like we want to know who Bray Wyatt's new
uh,
friend is.
that's right. Well, at least we found out. We find out. They say we're gonna find out next week, and it happens. Like that's just do it. Just do it. Yeah.
Okay, well,
It's probably been almost a year since the hacker
yeah,
first
oh,
appeared.
that's right. That's right.
I mean, it's maybe not a year, but it's coming up on something.
I think
So,
they hired the
geez.
WWE doctor and put him in charge of it's got the new
Well,
antivirus at the WWE headquarters, and the hacker just couldn't get through anymore. It was over.
yeah, I don't know. That's just yeah.
Oh, that was
So
so cool.
uh,
They fizzled that out. Yeah,
yeah,
we'll get to the
fast.
fiend. We'll get to the fiend. We're moving. We're moving.
Well, Kevin Owens and Aleister Black were end up going to the underground, and they just got demolished by the big giant. I forgot what his name was already,
The
but
guard.
he finally showed up.
Oh no, the
No,
other guy.
the big Yeah, the big fighter.
Momboa or
Uh,
something, or
yeah,
oh
yeah. He ended up showing up, completely destroyed both of them, and it's like, what does that do for Kevin Owens? What does that do? Like, that was just like, yeah. So it was just weird.
yeah, I don't know. These are
Uh,
all like I.
it was just really, really random all over the place. Mickey James is back, and then she's like partnering up with Asuka, and she has a title. She's like the number one contender for the Raw Women's Championship now. And why Mickey? Why why is she coming back? But ah, Luke says it was cool watching Mr. Socko.
Well, like I said, the
Yes,
Fiend may be just up your alley, man, or down your alley, or whatever.
yes.
The Fiend he does the mandible claw. That's one of his moves. That's good.
Ah.
Ah!
Start falling from the mouth. Oh, sorry. Oh man. Oh, ah,
One,
ah, ah.
2, 3. Ah, no.
He's alive. Oh man.
You.
Uh, I gotta like redo the. I just thought of Toy Story in the claw, claw, with, like all little aliens.
Oh.
But just have like Mr. Soccer coming down.
And just goes into the toy, just like cuts into it. Just...
Oh, claw.
Oh yeah, it's like Alexa Bliss.
Oh
Slow it
man.
down.
I guess the last thing I happened on Raw was Murphy just getting. There was a street fight between Murphy and Dominic Mysterio, and the Mysterio Familia uh, got payback on Murphy and just kendo sticked him. And yeah, where was Rollins? Where was Rollins? Rollins is just.
Rollins is
I
getting
can't wait for
paternity
Murphy.
leave.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's not.
I just Murphy, or not Murphy, but Aleister Black and KO.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. Happens. We're back anyway. Um, I've lost it now. I lost my camera too. All right, great. All right.
Thanks for coming, Luke.
Thank you for coming, Luke. If you can hear us, thanks a lot. Yeah, we had a little bit of a connection issue, and once again, we're having a connection issue, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. This is not even being recorded right now. We're just in limbo, and I have 0 kilobytes a second. Not receiving anything. I apologize for this, Big D. We have connection though, so it's my OBS. Yeah, it's 58 kilobytes. Okay, we're back.
I can see us on YouTube.
Yeah, we're still going at it.
Yeah, we're still going.
We're going. Okay, well now I have good connection, so we'll see what happens there.
We're gonna keep going until either it becomes awkward or comically fun. Just keep.
Well, we'll keep moving.
Going.
Sorry, sometimes these things happen. I just lose random connections sometimes. Sorry, guys. We'll just keep moving to our next. Yep, we are going. We're going. All right. So what do we? Well, yeah. I want to just his eye. Okay, it just looks way too good. Like he was doing this. He was wearing just this bandana around his eye for no reason.
Yeah.
Like just for shock. I mean,
Right.
there's just a lot of. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a lot of these things that don't make any sense to me.
You just try too hard. You try too hard, and once you try too hard, but you just can't meet the expectations.
Yeah.
That's just how it is all the time. All the time.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta
So,
say. He just pulled that off like nothing. You're like, damn it. You were faking it? Thought you lost an eyeball, man. I thought you lost the whole thing.
so far, what, about 18 suspected eyes lost this year in the WWE, zero confirmed. Uh, so,
Sounds like the reporting for the coronavirus.
that's what it is. It's the cornea virus.
Cornea 2020.
Cornea 2020.
Sounds like a
Oh
presidential
man,
election.
that's
Who do
fun.
you want? We want 2020. We want to see 2020.
Cornea, cornea, cornea. That's John Cena because you can't see me.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, they need John Cena badly, don't you think?
Yeah, something. But I don't know because he's gonna be a heel. So does a heel Cena really do anything right now?
Yeah, he's not doing anything. That's why
No.
he's the heel. He's kicking it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah.
Randy Orton got Claymored,
So
so we can.
3 times,
Yep, his jaw is hurting.
3 times. That's that's two less than Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar didn't have to go to the hospital. Or,
Well,
yeah, but
granted, Brock Lesnar landed on his neck and
oh,
was fine.
sure.
So, just saying,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Brock
That is
Lesnar.
true. That is true. That
It
is
is
true.
Brock fucking
Uh,
Lesnar.
yeah. Um, again, this just did nothing.
Not too
I,
exciting.
yeah, no. I was just flatlining.
Well, it's like they're trying. They're trying, but it just seems like the Clash of
I
Champions.
think
Like, just they have.
they're going up. They're going up a little bit, maybe like this, and then now it's just, yeah, yeah.
Oh
I don't know.
no!
It's just a long descent down. It's just, it's just it goes up and down, but you never can tell that you're going up or down. It's just,
It's really how you
oh, we're
looking
going
at
up.
it. It's a flat line. It's been a flat line. It's
Yeah.
how you look at it. It was exciting. Like but Payback wasn't as exciting.
No, no, and Roman Reigns didn't do much to help that either.
I just
So
yeah. Might as well just jump straight to SmackDown here. Um, with Uso and Roman Reigns is still like I don't know if you are you paying attention. Go ahead.
I just want to say you should be thanking WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
he is no longer he's no longer the big dog. He's the tribal
He's the
chief.
tribal chief.
Tribal chief. They said it about 5 times. They're taking away the big
Yeah.
dog, and he's now the tribal chief. Roman
Yeah. A week ago he
Reigns.
was the big dog.
So
I feel like that was hammered into my brain like what 2 weeks ago.
yeah, it was just the big dog, the big dog, the big dog, the big dog. And now now he's just the tribal chief.
With a white man as a mouthpiece.
He's just
You want to go there? But you've been watching his face a little more, haven't you? His facial expressions. He's like,
Right. Yeah. Right.
I mean, do you see what I'm talking about, right?
I do. I do.
And like,
I don't.
is
I don't.
is nobody said
I
this to
don't. I
him?
don't go back. No. Oh, yeah, someone's had to have. I can't imagine. That's what I want to know. I want to know the behind the scenes of what people are, telling people, like the bad things that they're doing and what they can do to do like better. And that's what I want to hear. I want to hear what these people are being told of how to be better the next week. Where's those? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just
But,
like you would think that they would have some acting coaches. I would hope so, right?
that's what NXT was for, and that whole development. I just think him coming up as fast as they did, it took him longer than it took Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins. Yeah, because he was a big guy and he didn't have to do much of anything. But then now he's on his own and he's just a little puppy. But
Do you?
did you think?
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
that's right.
dog.
The little dog. He's a little cutie pie.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh yeah.
I think I have an idea of what the issue is. Like if something is just not sincere with Roman Reigns. Even if you have no idea what we're talking about, just the feel about Roman Reigns is something is just not sincere. It feels forced. As such, it is a great heel, because you just feel like he's like the corporate champion, if you will, and
Right.
they've built it that way, and it works as a heel. But I feel like for Roman Reigns, like one simple thing would be to actually let him be he is himself. Like if you listen to the very last interview he gave before he left.
Okay.
With I think it was with Michael Cole. Like they just sat and they talked. I mean this.
Yeah.
I think, from what I could gather there, because he was so sincere there, I think that Roman Reigns is more Matt Riddle. Just a cool, chill bro. Like maybe not like bro type of like stone bro, but just cool, chill,
Right.
like
Right.
like
He's not
that
quite
kind of like.
bro. He's not quite brother. He's
He's
just
bro.
yeah.
But that would be something, that would be the golden goose. Let me tell you something, brother. That would be funny. You just take Roman Reigns, turn him into Hulk Hogan, and just pretend like it's Hulk Hogan is back, and don't even like. It's like everything, the boas, everything, the mustache, the beard, the hair, the bandana. I mean, it just literally looks like Hulk Hogan, and you just pretend like it's just Hulk Hogan.
I am a real American.
Fight for the
Fight for
rights of every man. Here
and then
comes Big D. He's going at it.
Oh. Uh, yeah, so it's yeah. Yeah, Roman Reigns, show up and win. He has poor Jay in pretty much a handicap match, and he just comes down and Jey Uso does his finisher, but a little slap on the back. Roman Reigns gets tagged in, does a spear, pins, covers, wins the match, and that's it. After threatening him earlier in the night that he's just gonna kick his ass, just like we were kids. I'm just gonna kick your ass, and we love each other. It's out of love. It's out of love. I'm gonna kick your ass though. It's out of love.
It just that whole
But
angle is like.
it's just weird. Yeah, and then the whole Uso coming at the end and raising his hand for him, and it's like they're obviously gonna be forming. I think some kind of faction is gonna be,
I'm just saying we're talking about it. At least we're talking about it. And you know they're trying to fit Uso in there somehow since his yeah.
which is good. We haven't seen an Uso
I'm
in
excited. I want to see
since
Uso fight Roman
Wrestle.
Reigns.
Right. Yeah.
But
Yeah. I think is the other Uso gonna come? I don't know.
mhm. Well, if they lose
And not
the Universal Championship, if he there's no way he's losing that for anytime soon. So that is unfortunately what we're going to
right.
be seeing. Is where like this is just like
Right.
why do I even want to watch the Clash of Champions?
Well, yeah, yeah, okay. It's
I
just
know
something.
why I want to watch it. I want to watch it so I can whatever next punishment it is for you. I want to see you do it. So that's why we watch it. We're gonna be writing letters. I'm trying
Yeah.
to see who else Big D doesn't like. I have given my hand like 2, 3 times already, and so he already knows what letters he's gonna write. He's like, "Oh my God, no! I gotta stop. I gotta. Wait, I can't. I am very opinionated."
I like everyone. I like everyone.
I
I like everyone.
know. I know.
I like.
I know what your punishment's gonna be for the next pay per view.
Well, there you go then. Now you know. You're welcome.
Yep. I'm gonna lift that fiend rock that you are under.
Oh boy, the
The
Fiend
fiend
Rock.
rock.
Ooh,
If you
I
smell
can't wait to see that. Yowie wowie.
That's about the only
Um,
exciting thing. Like on Friday, I remember Friday because I didn't watch SmackDown. I don't have TV, so I have to wait for a couple of
right.
days. And so I would watch like clips after, and I just remember, oh my God, it's Friday night. I'm gonna go check out who the Fiend's new friend is.
Right. Yes. Yes.
So I don't know if there anything else happened at SmackDown before
Uh,
Bailey thing.
Lucha, Lucha House Party. They're in the midst of a split up coming. Street Profits showed up at the Championship Lounge, which is where Shinsuke and Cesaro hang out.
That was cool.
But they showed up, and Shinsuke and Cesaro had a match, and then uh, Street Profits just started going crazy, distract Shinsuke, and Cesaro loses. I don't know if that's triggering more of a split up. I can't wait for that match though. It's gonna be a fun tag match.
I like how
Um,
they're playing this whole thing with Shinsuke and Cesaro. I
yeah,
and the Street
it's
Profits.
really slow. Yeah, um, it's a really slow split, but it's just Cesaro is it's just getting underneath everything he's getting. Since he's getting underneath Cesaro's skin so bad, and it's just yeah, that's gonna be a good feud at some point.
Yeah, it will be, but I also like him as a team.
Yeah, exactly. They grow, and I think that says a lot for Cesaro because I mean the last 3 weeks or whatever we've talked about Cesaro being in these makeshift tag teams that they just throw together, but somehow they always end up working. Um, a few years back, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro put together out of nowhere. They were actually tag team champions and had really good matches against the Usos. Then him and Sheamus, Mick Foley puts Sheamus and Cesaro together because they hate each other, but they have such good talent that they can just if they can just like them, like each other, they can be a force to be reckoned with. And then they end up being in a tag team for like 3 years. Um, and now Cesaro and Shinsuke, and you have two guys that are amazing single competitors. Um, Shinsuke was never in a tag team ever in his career, but they just work. And it's just like if they still got. I mean, they still don't really have that visual chemistry. Um, but I think I mean it's hard not to like them as a team. But then again, it's like I guess either direction they go with that, it's going to be good.
Yeah, I like that. I like the team. Um, I don't know, man. I think it's Cesaro. They've been
That's
actually
going to
letting
be
him talk a little bit. They've been making things funny. Um,
right, and that's him
yeah,
being him. He's a very funny guy. Very you know he just likes to do pranks. He likes to just bust people's balls, and he likes to be funny, and just that's him. Um,
perfect.
yeah, exactly. So in that case, letting him be himself is yeah. Give him that. He gets that little swagger back, and
Dude, I,
no pun. He's not going. Swagger's not coming back, but Cesaro's
I
swagger
wonder. Yeah, well,
is
not that, not literal swagger. Um,
not Jack.
I wonder how Cesaro would be if he was like funny, like talk shit funny, like bust balls funny, like
Right,
kind of like
right.
maliciously.
Like The
Yeah,
Rock,
yeah.
you know what? Like he may. I mean, I bet you he could. I bet you he could. Um, but yeah, no, it's gonna be a. I'm looking forward to that match. I think that might be the match of the pay per view so far. I don't know what else we're gonna be really getting, but you had Bailey confessing her hate for Sasha.
All
She
just,
never about her,
just
never cared about the titles. Since that night, you mean nothing to me. Blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, so that happened. They have to be done forever. There can be. I'd never be a Sasha and Bailey ever again partnership. And I guarantee they're going to fail me on that. But, um,
well,
yeah. So
that whole thing was just handled so poorly. It's like it has to be explained, and like today Bailey's explanation, and you're like, no, all that had to do is just they shouldn't both shouldn't have been pinned. They should have just pinned Sasha, and then Bailey should have lost her shit because Sasha can't. She lost titles. She lost a title, and she's losing matches now. She's losing things in a row. You're just not a champion anymore. So she could play her heel, and she's like, "I don't. You're not my friend anymore. I don't hang around with losers." And that would have made sense.
yeah,
That would have built up the rivalry. Instead, we get, "Oh, I am the most evilest son of a bitch." It's like the same fucking thing. Same thing. It's like we need to
Joe.
explain it. It's like you don't need to do it at all.
Right,
And today Bailey could
right.
have had her explanation saying it just this made sense, like logical sense for her to be just like you're losing and I don't hang with losers.
Yeah,
And look what
exactly.
I did to you. Look, if you weren't a loser, you would have fought back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, they just destroyed Sasha. Like she's got to have like did she break her neck or something? I don't know. We have no update on
And
Sasha.
Sasha, watching
There's
Sasha's
no
probably gonna have have a kid or something. I mean, those are just. I'm not saying that like
no, right.
m- being mean. Like a lot of those girls are, the age of where it must be their last chance to start a family,
Yeah,
especially with their bodies being abused like that. So like it's
right.
like same with Becky Lynch, and like there's nothing wrong with that, but that might be something that's happening. I don't know, man. I'm
Yeah,
guessing. I'm like I wonder. But she also those people need breaks. I thought about just this whole wrestling ordeal and how it's like you watch
right.
NFL and you have seasons and like I wonder if you can have like 6 months of certain group of guys and then 6 months of the other group of guys, both men and women, um, and just have seasons. Like they all have seasons, and they have off season, and then they have a little training camp to get back into the swing of things. That's where all the cross things happen, start happening. They're involving others, and then the others kind of come in. I mean, it is 21st
Right.
fucking century. We can start doing these things. You have
Exactly.
a roster,
That's just
so
true. Especially with your roster, so yeah, as big as it is. Um,
yeah. And
right.
you can
Right.
employ more jobbers that way, because I feel like there's people like Kevin Owens is doing jobs. Like every time they drop off from wherever they were, whether be it injury or they have to take time off, they start at the very bottom and they job. And it's like, but you can't have Kevin Owens up here. He was, WrestleMania with Seth Rollins. It was like one of the main matches of WrestleMania, one of the main draws of WrestleMania. Now Kevin Owens is getting his ass whooped. He is just getting whooped
Mm,
left and right. And he's a
yeah.
joke. And when is Aleister Black ever gonna see any kind of push? If they keep
Right.
he goes like, or you're gonna lose an eye, then you're gonna get thrown off the building, and then you're gonna be gone for a little bit. Then you're gonna come back, and then we're gonna kick your ass more,
It's
because
true.
whether you go by your will or by our will, you're gonna start at the bottom, and it's like you're jobbing these people, and it like I can't look at Kevin Owens, if that makes sense. I can't look at KO and just be like, this guy was a main event person. Like, what happened? Like, you guys actually
Right.
destroyed his value.
Right. Yeah. No, it's like yeah, same thing with Aleister Black. I mean, he was both of our picks for Money in the Bank, and now it's just yeah. It's like they a couple weeks ago they were right. They wrote him off, but
Okay.
then a week. I mean that was just rumors or whatever. Um, but now he's back. But now doing what? It's just it's nothing that's elevating him to that point where he should be, can be. Um, I mean, yeah. So it's whose faults. There's a lot more people involved. They just ruin things with bad decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there we are. Okay. Shall we just get to the damn Fiend?
Oh, one of the last thing about that was Nikki Cross
Yes.
became the number one contender um, for the women's championship, and then uh, Alexa Bliss. Um, she did the Sister Abigail on Nikki
Yeah.
Cross.
Now look at that little
Um,
smile on Big D's
that
face.
was I mean, it could have been a little bit better, but considering how tiny she is, that was a decent uh, Sister Abigail. This is another thing though. It's dragging a little, just like the way Alexa Bliss walks now. It's just a little too slow. We kind of start like let's start. Now maybe after this week. Now that this has happened, maybe now they can kind of start speeding up the process of. All right, let's just let us know what's going on with her. Where is she doing? Why is she like this? Um, you know, is she with the Fiend? Like, I understand she has something. There's that connection. We know that, but let's start giving some answers to some of our questions. So otherwise, that's just gonna get you know boring and ridiculous, and
It's
uh,
gonna be
yeah, she'll be gone for 2 weeks and then just come back and everything will be okay.
Yeah, she will go. I hope not, because to me that was like the reveal of the person, if that makes sense, of whoever the new friend
Yeah,
was. That was the reveal for me. It was like, oh, I was
yeah,
so happy when I saw that, because I
right.
kept saying, it's like,
Oh,
okay, Alexa Bliss can make good Sister Abigail, and not in the sense of like darkness, but in sense of like how she has her hair done. like the
Yep.
oh, what's her name? Joker's Harley
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, like she could be so much more. I mean, she could be elevated to the next level with that.
Exactly, and that's what and I think the same thing could be done, and I think the same thing will be because I think it is going to end up being a great thing that's happening because both Alexa and Nikki Cross can they're going to blow up. I think right now. They had the tag team titles for so long. They just had that. They built that friendship that they had, which came out of nowhere, kind of, anyways. But yeah, and I think there's this feud or whatever that's going to be happening. I think it's going to be crazy, and I think that's going to be really fun to watch. Um, and also on the bump, I think it is, or no, Talking Smack. They had Alexa Bliss as a guest, and she just uh, Xavier Woods just returned as the co-host of the show, and she comes on and she's like, "Oh, Xavier, haven't seen you in months, blah blah," and then they start talking to her, and then she just like zones out. They like mention the Fiend, and like she just zones out for like a good like 15, 20 seconds. It's just like this stare, and then she's like, "Okay, well, hey, it was nice seeing you guys. That was a great conversation." It was just like she was just like really out of it, and just like, and she just got up and just left. That was
Yeah,
it. So like, so she's keeping that character. A lot of the times that they'll go on to that talking smack, and it's kind of like it's not kayfabe, sort of. Like it's kind of like sometimes they're just more real. Their characters don't come out too much, but this she was like doing like kayfabe, and it was really cool.
uh,
Um,
I just
so I think it's like these little pieces where they keep the story going, which is good. So,
well, I just hope they don't use her as like his puppet, if that makes sense.
right, right. I
Because that
yeah.
that would
I'm not.
just like
It's hard to say what they're gonna do with it and what is the Fiend getting out of it, what's she getting out of it.
what is she
But
getting out of it? I think like I wouldn't even be surprised if like it would be awesome if she was actually the one commanding the Fiend. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but I wouldn't be surprised by that.
oh, that's kind of well, and that goes back to the whole Sister Abigail thing. Sister Abigail was she knew the man in the woods and she controlled like pretty much controlled him, which that's the Fiend. So if then so if this Alexa Bliss can be that Sister Abigail and control that Fiend, but in human form, because Sister Abigail's dead. Bray Wyatt's already said that like she's gone, she's dead. But if that's actually yeah, that's really good. That's really good right there. And just have that power. Oh man, yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, and
That would separate Funhouse Bray Wyatt and the Fiend even more because now you have this person in between them. Um, maybe we I don't know. That's a good point though. I like that. So are we gonna see Nikki Cross as a new champion? Is that Sasha's return and she returns and makes Bailey lose the belts. Nikki gets it, and then Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross go for it. Like, uh,
I don't think I think Sasha needs to stay off for a little bit. I think that's what's actually going to build her
right,
up. Because when she
right,
shows up, it's going to be like Edge showing up at Royal Rumble, or like I would totally give her some time off. And when she shows up, like Bailey is, Bailey can lose the title and she can go through the whole thing, but eventually, like I feel like Bailey's gonna have the title when Sasha shows up, and
Right.
I just hope they don't work. Like we need more jobbers. I think that's gonna be my purpose in life with the WWE. It's just like you need more jobbers. You need more people on your roster that will just go the way of Leon Hart. Oh, bless you.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Um, we need more jobbers. We absolutely need more enhancement talent so you don't have to. It's what they call 50-50 booking. And I don't know if you've heard of that.
Right. Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about it
Okay, sorry.
before. Oh no, it's all
I don't
good.
have the greatest memory sometimes. I say way more things than I think. I just kind of like I think out loud, and that's my thing. But I'm
Right.
excited. I really want to see Alexa Bliss as kind of like Sister Abigail, but like Harley Quinn style. I
Right.
think that would be
Right.
so cool.
Yeah.
And the Fiend too. Like we might as well get to the Firefly Funhouse. And you tell me what you thought.
Yeah. So the introduction of the new character is new. Well, then they changed it. It ended up being Bray Wyatt's new creation. It was like labeled and titled different things, from his friend to a creation. So it was like, okay, well, what are we doing? Um, and we got Pasquale, the persevering parrot. He's introducing Pasquale, the persevering parrot, and he wants to, come and say something, motivational. And he he didn't show up, and well, it turns out Bray Wyatt didn't put holes in the box, and poor Pasquale died. Apparently, got eaten. I'm assuming by Buzzard. Um, but then Vince McMahon comes in, and he does not trust Bray Wyatt anymore, and he's losing control of the Funhouse. So he needs an advisor, and then we're introduced to Wobbly Walrus, and it's obviously Paul Heyman. That, which I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how, because that means that if there's a Paul Heyman reference, then Reigns is still there.
Everybody just look at Big D's face after he said Reigns is still there.
Yeah.
It was complete, just washed away from all emotion. If a little
Right.
bit of
Yeah, no,
forlornness.
I got all excited about saying the Wobbly Walrus. Yes, but then there's just the baggage that even though it's Wobbly Walrus and it's not Paul Heyman, it is. There's still Roman Reigns. So I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go. And neither does Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt has no idea. He doesn't know what's happening. Which is kind of weird, because if it's his creation, he should know. Does he know? I don't know. He's got to know.
I feel like I've been telling you I'm worried about the Fiend. I'm worried about the Fiend. I don't think they know what they have with the Fiend. I I'm still like they know something because they didn't make him lose. Like he wasn't the one that
Right.
lost. So they know that like they have to protect the Fiend, but I feel like they're messing in like the Firefly Funhouse. I
Right.
mean, okay, you're always going to need some changes. I understand that. You're always going to need changes, always going to need things. to make things a little different, move them in a different direction. But this
Right.
was, I don't know, the whole wobbly walrus and Bray Wyatt starting
Well,
to
that's
lose
a,
the.
they 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 obviously had a plan because they went and they bought these rights to this wobbly walrus. I don't know. I know what they had. They had like a toy of it. It was like one of those like sandbag, you know, bouncy that where you like beat them up and they just stand back up. That's what this wobbly walrus was. But they bought the rights to it. They bought the rights to the names, to the rights to produce toy or merchandise, whatever. So they have a plan with this, and then that's exactly what happened. It ended up being wobbly walrus. But they've referenced Paul Heyman as being a walrus before. So I mean, that's great and all, but I just don't know. I just don't know where they're going with it. So yeah.
Well, uh, the fact that he was losing control of the funhouse too was a little.
Yeah, and the fact that's when the Devil McMahon is just like, oh, this is good shit. It's obviously like even just him putting that like them putting that into it, it's already like it's not like they know that's not. So it's like they do a very good job of hiding things and not explaining. And I expect that with the Funhouse, so I'm not really upset or worried. I don't know where they're going. Like we always have that worry, but I'm not worried like you're worried.
Well, it's because I care. It's because I care. That's.
Right. Well, I care. I
I know
care.
you care. I'm just saying, like,
I care because without the
my worry is just I shouldn't. It's just wrestling, right? But I feel like that character make it or break it.
right.
So maybe I'm too worried, and that'd be good.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, um, we could have some really good promos with if Paul Heyman does get involved with him going back and forth with Bray Wyatt. Like I think that'd be fun. But
Well, I think.
and I love one little thing that Sister Abigail puppet. Um, when they found out that Pasquale died or whatever, she just Polywana headstone. I just I just love that little addition. Polywana headstone.
Well, I
So I
like
just
that whole
do
idea. That was pretty funny. I didn't put the holes.
yeah.
I didn't put holes in the box, and he died.
Oh, just like, but yeah. So we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes. And the Wally Walrus, the puppet itself, I just think looks stupid. But
I'm always like,
uh,
okay, is that gonna be too many cooks in the kitchen now?
no, I don't think so. I don't think
Well,
so.
either way, it's gonna be interesting to just like I was very interested to see who the new member was, and I think that was actually given away with Alexa Bliss doing Sister
Oh,
Abigail. So
right, right. And you know, I mean, maybe that's there was a friend and a creation. And Bobby Walrus is not a friend, So I think, and then so perhaps they end up just torturing Bobby Walrus.
They should be torturing McMahon.
I'm sure you've got enough to do. Kind of is just having him on there, and I can't imagine. I mean, it's just funny. I just think it's funny that McMahon. Yes, I do. He's definitely got. It gives Bray Wyatt a long leash. I'll let you know.
I hope so.
It's fun. So, but yeah, that does it for SmackDown pretty much. So we got the Alexa Bliss and Bobby Roll. So it's the Fiend and Bray Wyatt and all these storylines with them. It's just nice. I mean, it's nice. It's nice to have it on there. That's for sure. So hopefully we can keep that going. We're going on like 3 straight weeks with Bray Wyatt of some sort. So it's nice.
It's fun, man. That's one of the very few characters that's fun for me. So.
Right.
That's it. Dang. Well, that's our week in review. We ended up talking a lot with people in our I want to thank everybody in our chat today.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Lucas. Or not Lucas, sorry, Luke. Thank you, Pages. I guess we did have a new NXT champion.
No.
But I'll just leave it at that. Finn Balor, everybody is the new NXT champion. And I'm okay with leaving it at that. I know we brought up, but also the return of Kushida. If you guys don't know who Kushida is, it is amazing to see him back. He's a heel. He's going after Velveteen Dream. That's going to be fun to watch along the way. Yeah, there was a cage match during that show. It was a decent cage match. But I got really excited when Kushida made his comeback from injury. He's one of those, and again, he's another, maybe not the, no, I would say he's up there with like Shinsuke, maybe not as like AJ Styles, but he came in as like a premier like free agent. Signs, they kind of start not doing, like, he was okay. People are excited to watch him. He had a couple injuries that really affected his airtime. He wasn't really on TV much. Wasn't wrestling much. But now that he's back, and I'm super excited. And for some reason, I really didn't know Kushida much before NXT. I just knew that he was hyped up. He was good. But seeing him come back and his attack on Velveteen Dream just got me excited for that character and like a real stint of Kushida. So,
yeah, that was surprising. I didn't really know anything about him, so that's the first time I saw him. The cage match, though, the girls' cage match was great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was it was nice that they didn't escape. They weren't even really trying to escape, really, to be honest. That match was just strictly just inside. Yeah, I mean, the size. I wasn't sure how it was going because I hadn't really seen Mercedes wrestle much, and she hasn't too often. If she did, it was against the Jobber. So she just dominated. So seeing her go up against Rhea Ripley and seeing Rhea Ripley have a good match, a good feud.
Yeah, man.
And then the agent, I can't think of his name now, but he's just that's a character. That's a character. Um, but yeah. And I mentioned earlier about I think NXT or whatever. I think they're ruining Undisputed Era with first of all the big separation between Adam Cole and then the rest of the guys. You're not seeing Undisputed Era as a collective unit right now. Um, I don't like what they're doing with the other guys. And they gave Bronson Reed an official nickname. He is now Colossal. Colossal Bronson Reed. No, I don't. I mean, I don't care. It's just I just thought it was funny that he went from being I can't remember what his nickname. He had it on his shirt. I think at Takeover. I can't remember what the nickname was, but they changed it, and I noticed that. It's like that's the whole thing, like character development. He's developing. He has an actual entrance video. He's got an actual look, and now he is now Colossal Bronson Reed. Him and Austin Theory. That was actually a pretty entertaining
Yeah,
match.
Austin Theory. He was pretty awesome, man.
Yeah. He's young. He's young. He's only 22 years old. He got signed when he was 18.
13?
He was 18 when he
18. I was gonna say 13. I'm like, this is some child labor laws and shit.
But 18. But yeah, he was only 21 when he was at WrestleMania. Yeah, he had a match on WrestleMania. Yeah, he had his little thing up there. It obviously from the get go, it didn't fit with why he was there with Garza and Andrade and Zelina, and it's like he just kind of faded away, and kind of unnoticeably, really. At least, and not initially, but then kind of forgot about him. Yeah, then he came back last week the week before and attacked Bronson Reed and made him lose the match. Colossal Bronson Reed. I like Bronson Reed. I really dig him. I don't know what it is about just big guys that can just perform. But yeah, so that was NXT.
I watched it, but
Yeah.
like I just wasn't that exciting for some reason. I was know when I saw like it was ruined for me. Unfortunately, who won the championship, and it was the first match, and you're like, yeah. Right. I mean, it's like once again,
it's kind of weird that would be the first match, but I guess it just after it being the main event the last week, and then they should just gave us a winner during that Iron Man match. Because there's no worse way to ruin an Iron Man match than a tie.
Well, I mean, nobody walked down the ring. Well, I guess they did. William Regal went down and said, "Oh, next Tuesday we're gonna figure it out." It's like, okay, well, whatever. Right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, to start it off was kind of weird, and yeah, when he won, I'm like, oh man. I mean, first of all, it was between the two people that you just didn't want to win it anyways. But no, I think it just shows that you hate Balor more than Cole. So
it was not either way. It was going to be I've talked about Finn Balor's kicks, and I mean if you were going to kick somebody in the head, everybody knows this. Anyone that's watched this channel knows my gripes with the head kicks. And Finn Balor he runs around, he flies around, he just kicks. And here, the problem is, I think for me, is I cannot relate to this new type of wrestler. The smaller guys who are just flying around, kicking, jumping, It's a totally different dynamic. It's a totally different storytelling. I was trying when we were watching the Iron Man match. I was talking about like who's telling a story right now. All these guys, like three of them. So Gargano was actually having a he was telling a story. He was trying to play it. Um, he was like he would walk out of the ring, which I thought was smart. And it's like, okay, I'll let you guys fight, and
Right.
like you can tell that Adam Cole and like it almost feels like that just because they're smaller, they still need to make up for it by flying, by doing all these moves, and then just like I would get mad at Cole for like you just kicked a dude in the head and he fell on the ground and you picking him up and throwing him in the ropes. Like you don't need to do that.
Right.
You just like you ruined your own move. You just made it feel like nothing. And the more I
Right.
watch, and so
Right.
like for me the issue is I would watch like uh, just old school wrestling, and you might get like three moves in a whole match, but that crowd is like at the edge of their seats,
Hmm.
and it's
Right.
and I feel like that is being lost completely. It's like more is less now, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it does.
And so like I have nothing against Finn Balor. I have nothing against Adam Cole as their own people, but as characters and what they do is like it, but they're annoying. They're both annoying in that sense, which means that they're good heels for me. I don't think they're plain heels in there, but they're good heels for me. So, but I remember seeing Finn Balor win, and I'm like, I probably would have reacted the same way if Adam Cole did too. Bebe and Bebe and Bebe. Not the Bebe. Don't kick the Bebe. So it was okay, man. Bronson Reed, I like him. The colossal Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. I like the whole angle with Velveteen Dream. Haha.
Yeah.
um,
That's
I think
yeah.
Velveteen
That's gonna
Dream
be.
can like as a character, he's definitely unique.
Oh yes, completely. His from his moves to his look to his just every like he's got the mic skills and the way he talks is um, unique. His arrogance. Um, yeah, I always liked him. And, I know he's had some personal issues and off the screen issues and stuff like that, where he's almost lost his job and all that. Um,
Yeah, I mean that. Those are
but
all speculative.
I
I
mean,
don't know the real what happened. So
he's a worker. He's a diamond there, and you know, I just yeah. So I think just putting him and then having Kushida, because it was Velveteen Dream that attacked Kushida during the tournament for the
cruiserweight.
uh, North American Championship.
Why am I saying the cruiserweight?
Well, because there was a tournament for
That's
that
right.
too.
Okay. All right. All right. That's right. That's what Drake
This-
Maverick
yeah,
was.
this is yeah, yeah. Which now he's all alone. Jake Maverick. That's just a weird. I don't know. I don't really get where that storyline's going with
He's
him.
like that
Well,
like the ugly duckling or the whatever the little engine that could or some brave little toaster.
Killian Dane will eventually turn. Is he eventually gonna? Is he eventually gonna be like, all right, this little kid just?
All
I
he
don't
needs is
know.
a little chant.
I don't want it. But right, right. There's gonna be something where uh, Drake definitely helps him win, or something. They're gonna have that tag match. I just feel like it's just this whole them with Undisputed Era. That's just where it's just like Undisputed Era is just really slowly just exasperating. And I just think you need to keep them. You need to keep them together. Like they're really good as a faction.
I like that word, disasperating. Is, is that a word?
Exasperating.
Because I like disaster and disappearing.
I
I
believe it
think
is. I mean,
you may have come up with a new word. I'm using my phone. You may have come up with a brand new word, disasperating.
wait,
I like that. You write it down,
exasperating.
yeah. Disasperating.
Oh, right. I'm looking it up. I'm pretty sure I was. I'm pretty sure I'm right in using that.
Well, either way works. Big D's checking on it.
I can't.
Meanwhile,
I
yeah,
just
you got to
want.
spell it first. I don't know how to spell disasperating. Um, I'm
uh,
kind of
just have,
I'm waiting for Damian Priest to show up.
Damien Priest.
I didn't
Um,
think I saw him.
no, no, but he'll be taking on Thatcher this week, I
So,
think.
like, did he like? I wasn't watching as faithfully. We started it, but then um, main roster picked up, so I was like, oh hey, hello. But also been watching a lot of old school wrestling too, like 70s, 80s. I've been digging into the depths of gems to like I want to like show my points and also just man I'm becoming a huge fan of Terry Funk. Terry Funk is awesome.
Just focus on this disaster rate.
Tell me something. Are you a sissy? That's
Meaning to transport oneself or an object from one place to another, moving so quickly the displacement cannot be visually tracked.
really
Yeah. Giancarlo Stanton's Homer, exasperated off the bad end, ended up in the stands without anyone seeing its
oh
flight.
wow I disasperated. Nice
Uh,
dude nice.
yeah. I, I feel like I feel like I used that. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, they did like they seem to be just
But
disappearing, and you can't see it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just
Oh,
even
Big
with
D is
the
sad,
even,
guys. I think he's a little. I'm not sad,
yeah,
disappointed.
I like the Undisputed Era. And I think that's a problem with a lot of them not wanting to move up because and this I don't know. Although it's NXT and it's like it's definitely a lot equal player playing ground as it was before. It's still I don't know. But you have a faction. I mean, who are they? I mean, they could go after. They need another faction to go up against. You know, it's just like the Wyatts and the Shield. You know, Wyatts and New Day. There was those three groups of threes or whatever. You know, without another group um, of three or four, whatever they're going to keep it at. You know, right now you got the Hurt Business. Them an Undisputed Era. I don't know. That could be maybe
Hmm.
something that they could work out. But I know, and now with this Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, are we gonna get Jimmy? And like, is that gonna be like a tribe? You know, yeah, and then you have the tribal leader, right? That's what he's called. Yeah, no, the chief, tribal chief, and all his little Romanites. Um,
I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't.
anyway, I don't know. Is that gonna end up being a faction? Uh, I think some sort. Yes, where you can have a champion, you can have tag team champions together, um, in a group. So maybe this is the age of factions. Maybe this is maybe this will bring out freaking more tag teams like they need. Um, I don't know. So that's that. That's my little spiel. I've been getting a little fired
So
up this week.
yeah, shoot, I think you get more
You
fired up with the Fiend stuff, but no, man, you're like, yeah, I'm okay with it. That is going well. I'm like, huh.
You're taking me layer by layer.
Mm,
You're leading up to your punishment. Whatever that is.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Boom.
Um,
Big Dan,
no, no.
baby.
Well, here's the thing. You got the Hurt Business. You got like four big black dudes, and then you have the Undisputed Era.
Right.
It's just these little like middle school looking dudes compared to the Hurt Business. It's little tiny little dudes, tiny little white dudes against big black men. Like it just,
Right.
I like maybe only in the WWE would that even be a fight. In real life, like, but then you just take Bobby Lashley, who I think should be like kind of on Cesaro level, man. With Cesaro, just Lashley smash.
Lashley
That's
smash.
it.
Smashly
Smashly
Lashley.
Lashley. There you go. Lashley Smashly.
Oh, sorry.
Wrong song.
Wrong.
It's
Wrong
Big D
song.
karaoke again. But yeah, everybody, that is our week in review, I guess. Unless you got something else to add, I was just like I'm losing energy very quickly.
Well, that's fair enough. We've gotten this far. I didn't think we were gonna get this far. I didn't think we were. I was like, yeah. Look.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours.
Yeah. No. I don't really have anything to add. I can't wait to find out who the real Intercontinental Champion is. So there's still some questions that we need some answers to this week. So
I don't even care about like
right,
that
it's
angle,
there,
like
and
that thing shows up and like fast forward. Like I don't like. I like
right.
Sami Zayn.
But still,
I'm a big.
it's still happening. So
Yeah, man.
unfortunately, it's a title. It's a
It's
prestigious
supposed to
title.
be, yeah. I think.
So prestigious. There's two of them.
Well, there's Jeff Hardy and there's Sami Zayn, and I don't know why. I'm just waiting for the match of that whole thing. Like I just wait for the decision because it's the same angle every like.
Well, and that's kind of like the thing is like, let's just have ones where there's just matches, and like you don't have to do as much story. Let the matches tell the stories. Let them tell the story. You don't need the like just cinematic stories and scripts and just talking. Just have them fight. But whatever. That's it.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. It's
I
like
think
that storyline. It's like, yeah, we're just waiting for the match. I'm not sure there's a whole lot you can do between now and the pay-per-view. I mean,
right.
they've been treading water with that same story every SmackDown. It just seems like, oh, here's Jeff Hardy. Here's Jeff Hardy. Oh, here's AJ Styles. He's bitching about it. He's bitching about Hardy cheating. And it's the same thing. Like, same exact one. Like, I think it was 3 weeks in a row now. Same exact thing. So that's why I was like, I think it's going to be a good match. I'm excited to watch the match. But outside of that,
Right.
I'm like, it's just fast forward. What is Sami Zayn going to do? I have the right title. No, this is the right title.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like, that's
Totally.
not to say that I dislike those wrestlers, because I don't.
Oh no, it's not. It's not their fault.
Oh yes, it is. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, Sami
Yeah.
Zayn's.
Well, he left, and now he's like, I'm the champion. Like, all right,
Why'd you have to leave? Why'd you have to leave, Sami?
y'all fight.
But yeah, so that does it for this week's in review.
Don't forget this Thursday.
And we will this Thursday. We got 2 matches coming at you.
Yep. Yep.
This one or that one. I don't know. But
Big D's. He's planning a big one. It's a.
I guess I don't know. I just I mean I might be playing it off like that. Um, I'm yeah. It's one that I've always remembered. And I think that's the biggest thing about it because to be honest, that point in time, 2006 area, that was one of my. I wasn't really watching it as much. Periods. So for it to stand out for 14 years, yeah, and I think it'll be fun to watch.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I am looking forward to that match because I have an idea what it is, but you could surprise me. So either way, I'm looking forward to it.
And then yours, I have no idea. I mean, I think I have a guess, but I don't. I'm not too sure. I think I do have a guess, but I'll just leave it at that.
Well, either way, it's gonna be a surprise, even if you guessed it right.
Not, not usually really good with my guesses. 'Cause I'm such a dreamer.
And,
But just
but you're the only one.
reality always.
Oh. Well, you need a reality in order to dream. So, how's that sound?
Reality check.
Oh,
I was getting ready to do the people's elbow. I don't know why, but
well, I yelled if you smell what the Rock is cooking. I'm expecting you to do something. Give me
that's
the
true.
the Big Show,
Uh,
and then Big Show, like it's like Big Show had the Superman punch before, and then Roman Reigns like yeah, that's a big fist, and then Roman Reigns like I am so cool. No offense, Roman Reigns, but Superman punch. Oh God, no.
what you doing? What are
No.
you doing? Did he really just? No, he didn't. But he locked and loaded.
I mean, how old is
Uh,
Roman Reigns? I gotta ask.
Old enough
To know
to,
better. What is that?
I guess. Yeah.
We might as well do this, The
Could at least had some accessories that
yeah, like
moved.
little
Like,
little
I don't know,
bracelets, like Wonder Woman
something.
bracelets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Wonder
But
Woman did that, but who else? Isn't that Wakanda too?
oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I apologize.
It'd be funny if Roman Reigns just came up and is like, Wakanda! You're like, oh my God, he is the ultimate heel. Something's wrong with this guy. Oh my
But
God.
well, I guess that'll do it for this Sunday's episode. Everybody, once again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, turn on the bell notifications. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Job Report. Leave your comments, follow us, share us, just use us all over the
That's
place.
right. That's how we like it.
We Big D, MJ, we are the Job Report. Definitely everybody have a great start of the week, and we will see you Thursday.
All right.
Later, everybody.